We stamping it. You better get your life for this camp shit. We ain't playing around. There's no cowards, dog. If niggas charged up, you get powered up. Rude of speech. Keep it raw. It ain't my fault that you niggas soft. It ain't my fault that these niggas frauds. It ain't my fault that them niggas rats. If your colors fly, you don't get that shit go. Right, left, right, left, right, left, right. That shit go left. You best get right, or you'll get left. You got that right. That shit go left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right. That shit go left. You best get right, or you'll get left. You got that right. That shit go.
Wanna go to war, gotta have it to the van. Tryna cut the scene is something you don't understand. Getting checked from my betterment, better take it like a man. Nigga, how you walk away for camp? If you willing to die, you better be willing to stand. Take a trip around the world, see a bunch of corners held by them U.P.K niggas. All them U.P.K niggas go to camp. And I'm on Shamar head hanging out the car. Wonder when I pull up straight to the battlefield. And I'ma make sure niggas make it back home. Say, nigga, what you thought? Yeah, any day moving, I be on. Gotta remind them, we never like them niggas that you saw. If you hear back up, that'll be your last time to get out the way. The price to pay before.
That shit go.
Nah, for real though.
Left. If shit go left, you best get right, or you'll get left. You got that right.
Yeah. Caution. Wave that one west cover out that window. Let them know I'm coming with my kinfolk. Red letter, ski mask on, but I don't really ski though. Bullets ball head like they going through chemo. I slide on them Tony Hawk type. Better get your thoughts right. Jumping high on walls, this ain't Fortnite. Red dot, it kinda make it way too easy for a headshot. I put you under wing, it turned into a headlock. I told my niggas think it's time to put the pressure on. You bring that paper, told her throw a little extra on. We go to war and see a murder one, you murder two, it ain't the same degree. Better up into a capital offense for them dollars, but it really don't make sense. Guns behind tents with some liquor and we riding down the freeway. Slide on them, spin the block and replay, so we slide again.
You know my position, I'm on standby. Ain't no competition, it's a landslide. Or you a rider, motherfucker, ride again. You said you slide on them, nigga, slide again. Niggas claim they hot, but we been fine. If they ain't one of mine, so they ain't tied. Or you a rider, motherfucker, ride again. You said you slide on them, nigga, slide again.
We got this mapped out. Niggas selling wolf tickets, not living what they rap out. Said he gon' ride, too emotional, he'll crash out. And I ain't boxing, wrestle with this cannon, you gon' tap out. 100 troopers in the building, turn this shit into a blackout. We both come from the mother, why you trying to do me dirty? He cut himself off, we let him rock, he ain't worthy. You playing ball courts, throwing number like a jersey. While niggas folded like origami, I kept it sturdy. Told my son he got the blood of a king, he ain't got a word. They gon' cross you like a Christian, it's better to learn this early. They be watching, trying to copy, asking questions, trying to learn me. I ain't in the back and forth if the business don't concern me. Catch the wrath from my anger, I be trying to give a mercy. As the angels keep me covered, I'ma slide, they might have heard me. They playing with that fire, get you close, it's gonna burn me. We ain't never looking back, moving forward, it's the journey.
You know my position, I'm on standby. Ain't no competition, it's a landslide. Or you a rider, motherfucker, ride again. You said you slide on them, nigga, slide again. Niggas claim they hot, but we been fine. If they ain't one of mine, so they ain't tied. Or you a rider, motherfucker, ride again. You said you slide. Look, little nigga, I'm made. All these rappers soft, claim they all cut from a hold of a clove. I'm the one with the blade. Untamed gorilla, keep your hands out the cage. I'll be standing on their neck, one west to the grave. You can keep your mercy, nigga, I ain't worried. Revenge call me buddy love, I call her Miss Purdy. Nigga try to blitz, I'm going 730. I'ma shake the whole room like Big Shirty. Nigga say one war, it's whatever, buddy. Glock fully loaded, you know these letters bloody. Come for me, you a bitch, homie. Boy, I'm realer than your big homie. 144, yeah, the one and only. And you know I keep this blick on me. About to slam you like Mick Foley. I got that black out on my arm, play that bitch like a violin. Say me try me once, nigga, try again. You know my position, I'm on standby. Ain't no competition, it's a landslide. Or you a rider, motherfucker, ride again. You said you slide on them, nigga, slide again. Niggas claim they hot, but we been fast. If they ain't one of mine, so they anti. Or you a rider, motherfucker, ride again. You said you slide on them, nigga, slide again.
Check me out, dog. Bro, I wonder what, man. The water. Ain't no better, dog, brother. The son of a king. I don't Balenciaga. I might just wear collar. I might just wear the Pradas. But I'm thinking long term, so I might say the dollars. We ain't no better. I'm just being honest. I should've went to college, but I was thinking violence. It's one West world. We the fucking loudest. Break it down, we break ground. Won't no damn problem. Let's get active, dog. Don't tell me how you feel about it. Just can't say too much. They ain't learn enough. You maxed out the first quarter. I'm still warming up. These niggas tossing up a break. They can't score with us. Who gon' come against us? On the Lord with us. The niggas around for you. Hope they rise till they crash. Put my name in your mouth. I'll put my to your ass. I ain't running no race. I just hope that I last. All them niggas you look up to, I consider them trash. Only time you seen a leader was in Wayne hand. Niggas will dab you, then pop you with the same hand. I'm a main player. I stick to the game plan. They don't really fuck with you. That's your main man. We them niggas came through and made your city hot. Yep, said he in the bill, but he really not. I ain't casting no stone, I just let him rock. And that's the kind of story they gon' read about. But if it's war, it ain't no tapping out. Rip, still heat, spit like a dragon mouth. Let's get right to it, dog. You know it's raw. Well, let me catch you if you're showing off. I wanted to get you, I hold it off. Thought he was solid, but told it off. Running the field with the underdogs. Don't want to get involved. I can admit it. I know what it's coming. I'm tripping. I got every group. Niggas will fumble a bag. I get to the cash fast. Got a salute. I've been a hustler. Look how I'm coming up. You running your mouth, better run it up. I'm running this shit like a big dog. Living my movie, they pissed off. Pushing the law because we in charge. They gon' play this in the synagogues. How do I feel? I'm feeling great. Bigger the problem, the bigger the plate. Making my move, that shit gotta work ahead of my time. Bit in line, put on their face. I just learned to keep it all to myself. Wait, a couple of niggas that hang with me got a bang for me. If I'm doing bad, never change on me.
We the salt of the earth. We the motherfucking underdogs. We underestimated. You understand what I'm saying?
I got tunnel vision. There's a bunch of ways I'm gonna get it. It's my way or the highway. You ain't fucking with it. Do what I say or go about your fucking business. You take this money with you. I ain't dealing with no fucking children. If they not my own, going by myself. I'ma die alone. These bitches catch my wave. And more just hopping on. They hear what I make. They start to turn them on. I think it's sorceress. The way they rock the bone. The black magic stick. They stopping by my home when I'm not even home. I'd rather be alone so I can conquer shit and I can see it wrong. I just keep popping shit cause I won't be here long. I'm hopping on the road and get my knees along. She wanna drop it low and get her eagle on. My new look bad as fuck. She look like me alone. I came up from the dirt, was born right under y'all. And just like God of wine, said I just wanted ball. These niggas seasonal. I watch them leave and fall. The last gon' finish first, cause we some underdogs.
Ride to the sunset, slide to the moon for a song. Said ghetto, then I got him, that's my doggy dog. Don't bark, gotta mean bite me, them underdogs. Over off the wire, 5 yards, I'm pressing all of y'all. Line niggas up like I'm director from a casting call. I don't give a fuck, you want beef, neck to all of y'all. U.P.K. Prince, lace up boost, and it's time to ball. The clip name Wendy, all these shells, I'ma let them fall. Niggas think they better than like who they think they better than. One West Soldier, best believe we got that metal. Last name Cannon, cause I still got them drummers in. Kept us at that trapper, hell yeah, I'ma let them know. That calls you niggas tripping, we'll be popping or you sniffing. Real crafty with that smithing, locked in on the mission, rocking all out. Who the type to hop out? You be bitching, cotton, 2 times, 9 o'clock. Glitch it, nigga.
Every dog passes the day.
Cold shit. I ain't come with goons, but I'm well connected. Walk in the room, is pop, 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 like you got rejected. Let me see if you qualify or not. Spinning up in a tinted truck, riding around your block. Busy man. I get a word, he ain't shit from top to bottom like a motherfucking ceiling fan. Hopping out the rental van, on my way to LA. Rubbers out in Cali and they killers out of every set. But I ain't tripping on no blood. One West, all my niggas got it out the mud. Put your face on a t-shirt, memory of niggas acting tough in them songs, that's the drugs. I don't need no cases, all my pistols clean. So now I weigh my options. Used to use the triple beam. Used to get the wop, mix it with the nicotine. Now I travel state to state and put on for my team.
The fuck wrong with them? Ain't on my level, I should let my dog get them. I see niggas and they feelings all feel them. Keep the Glockin' with me, it was like a ball with it. At the end, I gotta stay patient. They hate me, Lord, I gotta stay patient. You one of them? Yeah. What's the problem? I'm one West, go to war with everybody. Cut the grass for the snake, fuck the gossip. Front line with them soldiers, that's my posture. Gun drawn, trying to cause an imposter. Shit get out the pocket, go to war with everybody, yeah. Shit that hate, make it to the featherweight. Niggas say they hard, but they sweeter than a dedication. Hold on, think it's time to introduce. I'm a man and a beast and a step and a road. Hold on, and a G and a soldier and a mover. Hold on, and a killer and a prophet and a shooter, nigga. Trying to stay humble, my shit crazy. Cold leader, need the blue stripes, no Greek baby. Can't be serious, you a funny boy, young fly. Look wrong, must be a dummy, I ain't gunshot. Fuck that little bitch, you. Nigga swear he the go, bring him to the bush. The fuck wrong with him? Ain't on my level, I should let my dog get him. Niggas in their feelings, I don't feel them. Kid the Glocky with me, it was like a ball with him. Be at the end, gotta stay patient. They hate me, Lord, I gotta stay patient. You one of them? What's the problem? One West, go to war with everybody. Yeah, I'm from Philly, it get hot, you catch a cold case. I'm one West, these brothers trying to set my soul straight. They done turned me to a prophet from a demon, and I'm locked in this shit and I ain't leaving. Never ski mask transform to war mode like I'm Voltron. Stand on my head and my chest from the most high. Put something tight around your neck like a bow tie. Got my niggas waiting charged up like they phone died. Red letter, drip clean, it looks so fly. Claim to ride, that's why I left his ass rose out. He gon' die. Skyscraper to a nosedive. 9mm plus P for the 4-5. The fuck wrong with him? Ain't on my level, I should let my dog get him. I see niggas and they feelings all feel them. Keep the Glocky with me, it was like a ball with it. Be at the end, I gotta stay patient. They hate me, Lord, I gotta stay patient. You one of them? Yeah. What's the problem? I'm one place, go to war with everybody.
Allah Punya. Right. Y'all about to see how style, but
So water, Akim, please be seated. See at that day. Have it up, Akim. Let's get it on. We glad to be back at headquarters, Harlem, New York, Jerusalem. Getting it on tonight, Akim. I'm going to answer all of your questions, solve all of your problems, Mi nombre es General Mahayaman. Estoy al servicio de el General YAHANNA. Nosotros somos la Escuela Israelita de Conocimiento Práctico Universal. Comenzamos en 1 Oeste Calle 125, Harlem, Nueva York. Desde 1969, debajo del mando de el General YAHANNA. Carnales, esta es la verdad. Si tú eres hombres hispanos, negros o indio nativo, tú eres Israel, el pueblo elegido de Dios. Tu madre y tu padre dicen que somos un culto y mantienen su iglesia sin culpa, pero su iglesia es culpable de todo lo que nos están pasando. Órale. Let's get it on, Akim. I'm ready to rock. I'm ready to answer your questions. We're going over the Passover this week. Clap it up for the Most High God's Passover. We'll also, right now, we are in the Feast of Unleavened Bread. I will explain the Feast of Unleavened Bread to you, explain to you how it's relevant to you today. All of the high holy days in Leviticus 20, the 23rd chapter, are absolutely relevant to your life today. The Most High God gave us these high holy days thousands of years ago, before any slavery, before any oppression from anyone other than the Egyptians. The Most High God gave us a culture of our own. And we're going to observe it and follow it. And Lord, allow you will understand why it's so important even unto this day. I'll explain that today. Of course, primero, I would like to answer your questions. Whenever you're ready, let's have them. Haz tu preguntas. Sir. Please. The water for the Scotch, Harlem. It's always excellent. I appreciate you, Warren. The Scotch just tastes better in Harlem. Please, Levi.
Shalom, Alawab, Yabba, Shem Yah, Shabrakatah, sir. If I may, I would like to know, sir, the do's and don'ts when it comes to conversation with brothers and sisters who are interested in each other in public activities such as our cookouts, our high holy days. If you could give it.
The first thing you want to remember, if you're interested in a man or a woman in the UPK, just remember, hablo con su lidar de capitán. Habla con su lidar de capitán. Talk to their camp leader. Relationships in the Israelite school of UPK are extremely structured. They are not like the relationships that you have grown accustomed to on Instagram and Facebook, or before that, the nightclubs or the different places where men and women go to meet men and women. The Israelite school of UPK, whenever you are interested in a woman, just remember this, that there is a man who loves that girl. You have to remember that because it's something that you are not quite used to. Also, it's something that your lust will not allow you to remember. And this has always been like this. This is not a new thing. A long time ago, you had to go to a girl's father before you could hold her hand, before you could call on her to talk to her and walk her home from school. You didn't ask her. You asked her father. And that is extremely important. If you are interested in a woman in the UPK, you talk to her camp leader, Rock. Do not be presumptuous enough to go over to her and hold her hand or to start trying to seduce her on your own, because you are going to dishonor a man. And when you do that, he will never allow you to be with this girl. You want to prove yourself to have something out that is a very One West concept, and it's going to be difficult for you to even understand. You want to have nobility if you want to marry a woman in here. Nobility in the world is considered a class of people, you know, the people who are the aristocrats, the people whose great-great-grandfathers built the country, the people whose great-grandfathers were the famous men of old. And that's the way the Sadducee and Pharisee understood nobility. Jesus Christ came on the scene to explain that there is nobility among the poor. There is nobility among the people that no one considers to have any value. Their grandfather wasn't famous. They weren't great people. But this poor man in this barrio, in this reservation, in this ghetto, this poor man has nobility. If you want to marry a woman in here, show the man that is in charge of her that you have nobility. You show him, not her. She's secondary. Do you understand? Because he's going to be the one that's going to stop you from ever being with her. So step one, we just had the all black party, which is why this is a very appropriate question that you just asked. We had the Passover. Men and women want to be with each other. Who's stopping you? You can be with each other. That's where babies come from. As a matter of fact, let me see if I got something in my bag in here. Somebody hand me my bag out here, if you could, please, Parataza. Let me see what I might have waiting in there. Please. We want you to have these babies. We want you to be married. We want you to meet each other and fall in love. I know you're sweet on her. I know you're sweet on him. We want you to be together. The problem is you're going to have honor. You're going to have nobility to do it. Or else what happens, Levi? You get all hot and bothered in your pants about some girl. You really want her. You want her so bad. What happens after the first argument? You don't want her anymore. You're tired of it. Now I got to sit on the goddamn phone with her all night and all day and talk to you all night and all day because you want to leave her. Why? Because your lust is satisfied. You don't have any more lust. And because you're young and stupid, you don't know that these feelings fade. They fade. They go away. You ever heard the term "my first love"? That's a beautiful term, isn't it? You know the reason that they say first. You get it? Who wants to blow my mind? Because to think about your first love is like, ooh, this girl's my first love. That boy, he's my first love. That is a sweet and beautiful sentiment. However, I don't know if you're listening to it quite well enough. Because if this is your first love, Parataza, microphone.
Salaki, sir, if I may, it's my first love. We call it in Yonkers, we call it the yam belly. Worrying about it. What's going on?
I don't know what that term means. Sounds like a Yonkers thing.
Yeah, we fold over, yeah.
I get it, though. It sounds wise. Yeah. It sounds like there's wisdom in it.
Oh, God.
What I'm emphasizing is the word first. First. Well, if your first love is so special, why the hell aren't you with him? Right. Right? Why? Because first loves are fleeting. They fade. So although now as you look back on it with nostalgia, it's my first love. You're not with him. You're not with him. You don't understand marriage, young brothers and sisters. You don't know what the hell you're doing. We do. We know what we're doing because we're old. You can benefit from our mistakes. There is no sight like hindsight. What is hindsight? Sight that you have because you've been through it. It's behind you. Now, either you want to go marry a woman based on your penis and based on you being hot in the ass, or you can get a woman or a man based on someone else having made the mistakes that you don't have to make. Hablo con su lidar de capitán. Habla con su lidar capitán. Talk to a grown-up. Talk to someone grown because you're not. You understand me? Go on. Please, Levi. Go ahead.
When it comes to interaction, right, and let's say a brother or sister, right, express interest in each other. Now they
went to the camp leader already.
Right, they have done so.
Gotcha.
Now, what in general, sir, the do's and don'ts as far as conversation, interaction, the do's and don'ts after they express interest in each other?
First of all, you want to consider any woman you're talking to one of Commanding General YAHANNA's daughters. Do to her what you would do right in front of him. Is that easy enough to understand? Let's say he was standing right there looking, right? What would you do? Would you hold her hand? You see how you're not sure? What would you do if he was standing right there? Can I give you an example? You want to hold her hand, right? You know what you would say? May I hold your hand? You would ask. I mean, she might say yes, she might say no. But General YAHANNA's standing right there, so you wouldn't just grab the broad's hand and hug her in, pull her in for a good smooch. You wouldn't do that in front of him. So instead, you want to hold her hand. So you would say, may I hold your hand? May I? You might want to hug her or hold both her hands. I hope I'm not being too forward, but could I have a hug? Right? Would that be okay? You see how you're treating her? You're treating her like she's a precious thing, valuable, Like there is a man who considers her valuable. If you treat her like she's some street whore rock, he's going to find out about it, and you're not going to get her. I've had so many times where some brother wants some woman, and I make sure he does not get her. I make sure someone else gets her. I'm going to do it because Yahanna's going to say to do it, and I'm going to do it. And I do things for him. Everyone understands. So you're going to be with her. You're interacting with her. Should you take her down the hallway and suck her mouth off and go down there and check her oil and do everything to her down at the end of the hallway? Should you pull up in your hotel room? You find her in a hotel room. Should you be with her first before you ask permission? Well, if you do something like that, yes, indeed, you will be married to her. Yes, you will. But you will never be looked at like you're someone who has nobility. Someone look up the term nobility as a quality. Okay, you want a woman, you want to kind of be like that, because these women in here are not whores. They're not something you can just get horny and be with. That's not them. If you need to do things like that, you have a phone, don't you? The Instagram, don't you? Go find you a nice age-written whore out in the world to give you HIV. Be with her. She doesn't have a father. She's perfect for you. Isn't that the best girl for you? Someone who doesn't have a dad, who doesn't have a father, whose mother is on drugs or working so many hours that she doesn't know what you're doing with her daughter. That's who you need. You don't need these women in here. Their heads are covered. They wear long dresses. And there is some man telling them, cover up. I did that at the Passover. Cover up that front butt, that cleavage. Some sister in there had cleavage down here, showing the front butt, showing the crack of her cleavage. Not in this house. You're going to cover that up. You're going to behave yourself not like you are not some common whore in here. Well, after all that trouble, what do you think? You can sneak her over somewhere into your room and do what you want with her? Listen, you might fool her. She's a stupid girl. She's like you. You might fool her. She might go in there with you and do it. If so, you got her. But you do not have nobility, and that will be your reputation for all time. You have the term I wanted you to look up?
Yes, sir.
Go ahead.
Nobility. Honesty.
Read that again.
Honesty.
Honesty. You see, the Pharisee and the British nobles and the French nobles, they thought you had to come from a noble family. You had to be from the Maccabee, please. Please. In the back, we have the unleavened bread. Who made it? The water, sis. Oh, I didn't even see you over there. Good job. They thought you had to be from a proper rich family to be honest. They thought the common people were just naturally dishonest because you grew up poor. You're from the ghetto. So, of course, you're a liar. Of course, you're a thief. In your neighborhood, that's how all of you are, right? That's what people thought. But Jesus Christ came from Nazareth. He came from a ghetto. And he was the flower growing out of dry ground. There was nobility in that ghetto. Nobility in that house of poverty. He understood that. And you are going to have nobility no matter where you come from. It's a quality. It's the quality of being honest. Go ahead.
Courage.
They have to be brave. They thought only rich men could be brave. Rich men were the knights. They were the knights. They were noble. They came from royal families. A rich man, brother, if you insulted him, you know what he did? He challenged you to a duel. If you made an insult, he said, meet me at dawn with pistols. He killed people over an insult because he was brave. You couldn't insult him. He was going to challenge you to a goddamn duel, pistols at dawn, because that is how courageous they were. They were the ones that fought in the military and fought for their Lord and fought for the people, for land. They were considered courageous. Poor people were considered farmers who you had to enlist and push and draft into war. You had to get them, you had to draft them. You had to force them to fight because poor people were considered to be scared. Continue.
And kindness.
And what?
And kindness.
May I hold your hand? If it's okay. Are you sure your father would agree with this? Please, I know you want to kiss me, but please let me talk to your camp leader first. I understand, but please, it would be dishonorable for me to kiss you. It would be unkind to do something like that to you, to stain your reputation. You kiss her, guess what? Everybody in the school is going to find out about it. Raise your hand if you heard about some girl at a Passover or at some UPK event, going in the hotel room with some brother, kissing him or doing something with him, raise your hand. Ooh, you raising up a good school, Desire. Oh shit! Some of these cities, I wouldn't ask that. You know what cities I'm talking about. Everybody know what cities I'm talking about. But not in Jerusalem. Goddamn. Give yourselves a hand. Ooh, wait. There was no one raised their hand in Harlem. He showed me something. He from okay.
Never heard of it.
Well, not every camp can say that. Okay. You brothers clearly are noble. You have nobility. You're kind, honest. Keep going.
That was it. Definitely.
You get the point. Come on, Levi.
Just to confirm, conversation allowed, sir, because some new brothers and sisters, they may not understand because of the announcement, right?
Yeah.
And they believe that you cannot have conversation at all. If you're interested in somebody, just speak to the camp leader and don't say nothing to that person at all.
There's a time. It's kind of it's a timing question. There is a time where you are to say nothing to her. What time is that, Levi?
During the first 6 months.
During the first 6 months, you salute her and you have zero conversation with her. Does anyone know why? There's a reason for it, Levi.
I believe it's in the announcement as well.
It is in the announcements as well. Now I'm trying to get you to understand the spirit of the law. It's a rule in the UPK. It's not a biblical law, but to obey your master is a biblical law. So why do your masters give you that law about, or that rule about, if she's been in the school under 6 months, do not talk to her at all? The sisters might know this answer better. It's a very feminine concept. You want me to tell you? I'll tell you. Ephraim, you want to give it a shot?
She's still becoming a new person.
She's becoming a new person. And during that time, she is vulnerable. When a woman is young in the truth, she's like a child. Her heart is open. She's in here to listen, to change her life. So she is very susceptible to your seduction at this time in her life. She's not strong enough or educated enough to know that what you're saying is bullshit. She doesn't know yet. So what do? She's been in the school 3 months. She's got her Hebrew name. And here you are, big bad officer so-and-so. And as you're driving her home, you know that a husband is supposed to do this and a woman is supposed to do that. You know what she says? Well, he's an officer in the UPK. He's telling me the right thing. My heart is open to listen. Before you know it, she prints her mind on that you follow her. It's like it's a biological term with children too. The formative years, or when a child is young and impressionable, if you sexualize a child at 9 years old, that child will grow up and think that his sexual persuasion is the persuasion of his molester. He will just assume this is who I am. Why? Because at 9, when I was young and impressionable, some man touched me. So now because of that, I'm gay. When I was young and 9, some man touched me. So now because of that, I'm a woman who gives her body freely to everyone. She's too young to be touched. Does everyone understand? You got to let her form her mind. Let her grow in the school so she can form the kind of barriers and protections in her mind to your bullshit. Excuse my language, children. That's why you're giving her 6 months before you even talk to her. Then you're giving her 1 year, another 6 months before you can marry her. By then, she might be wise to your nonsense and your game. Everybody understands.
Yes, sir.
Anything else, Levi? Solid. Questions? Preguntas?
Kind of. Quick shout out to the other zones joining us.
Mm-hmm.
We got Khalid with us.
Give Khalid a hand. Big Texas. Go ahead.
Trinidad in here.
Give Trinidad, the bad men up there in Trinidad. Give them a hand.
South Carolina.
Ooh, South Carolina. I see you, warrior.
We got Florida with us.
Give Florida a hand. Gator Bait.
Baltimore.
B-More. Give B-More a hand.
We got Dallas with us.
Big Dallas. Give Dallas a hand.
New York.
Syracuse, New York. Give them a hand. Good to see you, Akim. If you have any questions, Akim, please just let me know. Raise your hand. Ephraim will tell me, and I'll get your questions first. All right. Any questions from the brothers online?
Yes, sir. Florida has a question.
You got it, Florida. Please, un copo otra vez, please. Go ahead.
Florida may be frozen. Colleen has a question.
Colleen, Texas, please. Yes.
Hey, Shalom, Yahweh, sir. Sister in the class has a question, sir.
Shalom, sis, please. Not now. Thank you, sister. Please, sister.
My question is coming out of John, the first chapter of John, where it speaks about Yahweh coming to his own and his own receiving him not. My question was, well, I do understand that it was the Jews, but I was trying to understand was it the Israelites?
Absolutely. Can you read the next sentence after that? That might help you to understand.
Chapter 11, verse 11, he came unto his own and his own received him not. 12, but as many as received him, to them gave he power to become sons of God.
What does the term but, one second, sister. What does the term but mean right there? He came unto his own received him not, but as many as received him gave them power. What does the but indicate right there?
The but means that even though his own did not receive him, there were some people who did receive him.
What was Peter?
Peter was a Jew.
Did Peter receive him?
Yes.
What was James and John? We're in the book of John, right?
Yes.
What was John?
A Jew.
What was Matthew, Mark, Luke?
I think they all was Jews.
Hey, give her a hand. Now you getting it. Yeah, you got it now. Even Judas was a Jew, right? His replacement was a Jew. You see, the Jews did receive him, but most of them did not receive him. The majority of the Jews didn't. But as many as did receive him, gave him them power over to be the sons of God. You see, Christians read that precept like 0 Jews received Jesus Christ. But of course, every last one of the disciples was a Jew. Every single last one of them. And he also fed 5,000 people with 5 loaves of bread and 2 fish. Where did that happen at? In Jerusalem. When he came into Jerusalem, they waved palms at him and said, "Blessed is the King," which means they received him. Do you see? Christians say that the Jews rejected Jesus Christ. So that's the reason he let white people receive him, because none of you Jews wanted him. But then you'd have to explain 12 disciples and 5,000 people that he fed with 5 loaves of bread and 2 fish. You'd have to kind of explain that. Sister, just look at the but in there. Jews did receive him, but most of them did not. Most of them hated him because he was directly against the preachers of his time, the religious leaders, the Martin Luther Kings of his day. So the majority of the people did not receive him. But those that did receive him became Peter, Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. You understand, sis?
Kind, sir.
All right. Was there anything else?
No, sir.
All right. Good girl. Clap it up for her. Give her. Anything else?
Up the water, General.
Check back in with Florida.
Florida, you're up. What scotch? This is my same old scotch I've been drinking. Why is it better? The hell is happening in here, man? Jerusalem. La Yashala, La Yerushalem. Yerushalem. Jesus. Go ahead, where are we at now? Any other questions?
So we got some questions in the comments.
Please.
Sir. Captain Barma says, Shalom. Now, please have a breakdown on Deuteronomy 22 and 11 about mixed fabric, sir. And is Matthew 9 and 16 a precept for it, given the spirit on why?
Let me hear Matthew first. He's referring to the precept where it says, no mixed garment shall come upon you. All right. And then he's pulling his precept to see if this is a precept for that. And so I'll read that first. Go ahead.
Matthew 9 and 16. No man putteth a piece of new cloth unto an old garment, for that which is put in to fill it up taketh from the garment, and the rent is made worse.
DeBar, I'll take that out. It is in the spirit of what it's saying. The main purpose of the law, or the spirit of the law, is to not be frauded by someone who claims to give you a 100% silk garment, and really it's silk mingled with nylon, which was how people were commonly cheated by the Greeks and the Romans. The Greeks and the Romans to this day are famous thieves. They famously will cheat you in all business deals, cheat you in trade. You'll buy something and it's not really that. That is how the white man has always done business. He commonly cheats people in business, which is why there are all types of regulations put on things now to make sure you're not cheated. I forget the name of them, but America has a few of them to try to stop business people from cheating the customer so much. Well, can you imagine what it was like 2,000 years ago? I mean, you went to buy a chicken, and it was really an old rooster. Now, I don't know if you know, Benjamin, I know you know. They're out in Trinidad, you go buy a chicken out that you want to fry. And they tell you, this is a young chicken. Go ahead and fry this chicken up. And they sell you that old hard fowl, which is what Benjamites call it. That thing you cannot fry up. That thing is a rock. That thing can only be boiled. You cannot fry an old hen, an old rooster. You can fry a young hen. When I say young, I mean the thing is 3 months old. You get my point? If a rooster is, my God, if he is a year old, you got to boil that thing for 3 hours. Can I give you another one? You just had lamb at the Passover. Did you have sheep at the Passover? You did not. You know what people would do? They would sell you mutton. What is mutton? Mutton is a sheep. Mutton is not a lamb. A lamb means that this animal is 6 months old, 4 months old. A sheep is a year and a half old. Look that up for me. How old is an animal to be classified as sheep? If someone sells you mutton, brother, you're going to taste it. I've done it. Mutton tastes gamey. Woo. You got to like mutton, Knock. If you like mutton, fine. I like mutton, but I know you're not going to like mutton. I know I cannot serve mutton at the Passover because mutton is strong. It is a completely different flavor. But guess what? The leg looks the same. Please, Levi. 12 months is what? To be a sheep. If that thing is 12 months old, you are going to smell it and taste it once you cook it. So how do you stop someone from doing that? Rules. Your yay is yay and your nay is nay. You have a just measure and a just balance. No garment of mingled fabrics will come upon you. No one is going to cheat you into wearing a garment that is mingled. We have a government department to make sure of that. We have rules, laws to make sure of it. This has nothing to do with you deciding that you want to take some jean fabric and put it together with fur. That is not that. The same way that if you want to eat some mutton, you can. If you want to mix, what did I say earlier? If you want some hard fowl, you want to make coq au vin. Coq au vin is a French dish where you use a cock, a old rooster. It's supposed to be old. That's no problem if that's what you want. But no one is going to sneak a damn old rooster in your hand. Not in Israel, because we have rules against that. Levi.
Our enemies are the one, they have the FTC, which is the Federal Trade Commission Act. That was referring to.
That's where these things come from, because these white people will cheat you like crazy, let alone sell you fool's gold. Sell you something they tell you is gold. That's not gold. You understand? They did that all the time with miners. Some old glistening rock or something that shines, all that glitters is not gold. That's where these terms come from. Because these white people will say, that's gold. No, it is not. It's not gold. He's lying to you. That is not gold. They would take a gold coin and do this to it. This ain't gold. Why? Because gold is soft. So you would get a gold coin and go, and if it bends, it's gold. But if you bite that thing and it doesn't bend, it's lead, yellow lead. So all of these, read the precept that the brother asked about. So I'll take that one to bar because that's very similar, to, but you want to just think this about the rules about mixing fabrics. It is about being cheated and being lied to about what your garment is made of. That's why it says, no garment shall come upon you, meaning no one cheats you in Israel. You're not going to be cheated here. If you buy a garment here, it's what they said it is. It's exactly that. That's the point of it. Go ahead and read.
Deuteronomy 22:11. Thou shalt not wear a garment of diverse sorts, as of woolen and linen together.
You read it like this. Don't wear it. It's not how it's read. It's read like you shall not wear, meaning you're not going to. You're not going to boil chicken and think it's a rooster or vice versa. You're not going to eat meat that's been, my God, the meat industry. If I go into that, it'll make you sick. That's where hot dogs come from. Because there was a time when they would lie so much about what was in those hot dogs. That's where Nathan's came from. Nathan's whole campaign was these are beef hot dogs. Because before Nathan's, what was in that? Whatever was in slaughterhouse. Please, Baratazar. Brother, listen, you're doing good now. Shit, listen, what if you were around in 1822? You'd be eating rat. They wouldn't think about any of that. They didn't care about none of that garbage out. You just want to read it not like you cannot, but it's saying you're not going to, that they're going to protect you. That is the sentiment of it. That's the point of it. Go ahead.
Oh, Con, that was the verse.
All right. Anything else?
Sir, we have a few more questions in the comments. Oh, a brother from South Carolina on the topic we were on a minute ago. Salaki, sir, do you mind going over the dowry protocol in school? If she's your daughter, or if she's your daughter.
Okay, well, I'll give you both of them. Here's the dowry protocol in school. If you want to marry a sister in the school, you have to pay a dowry to her father. If she's a sister in the school, her father is the Israelite school of UPK. You're going to pay because those are the people who trained her, who raised her, who finished her. That's the old term they used to leave out. When a young woman would go to a finishing school, who would send her there? Her parents. Send her to a school so the broad could learn how to sit down, stand up without her legs being wide open, learn how to pick up something off the ground, learn how to walk. Put a damn book on the broad's head. She can get down there and walk all proper and straight up. So she presented herself when she came in front of society. She presented herself a lady. Because why? She's coming in front of society to find a prospective husband. So she wants to look like someone who has been raised right. Brothers, these women you have in here, we have went through great, great suffering to raise them right. It has not been easy. It's not been easy because all we do is have to fix what her physical parents broke. And now we take her and teach her how to dress, teach her how to cover herself, teach her how to speak, teach her how to be quiet, teach her how to do this and that, teach her how to be virtuous, force her to go to school. Why do you think that woman is in school? We forced her to go get an education. We forced her to go to school. We told her she must go to school. Forced her to do this, forced her to do that. Now you want to marry her. She costs up. She costs. And her price is far above Ruby's. Don't think you could ever actually afford her because you couldn't. Right. So now what do? We set a price for you to show your ability and your willingness to earn her. So now you have to pay for it. This costs money. So do you have it? Well, you don't have it. So you can't have her. Right? You might want to go find a way to have it. You might want to get out there and find a way to make some goddamn money. You want to get a woman and get pregnant, knock her up every damn year. Well, you might need a little cash for that. Unless you were planning on having sex with her and leaving her and forgetting about it. You don't need no money for that. But to have a family, you might need some cash. Now, does that mean that only people with money can have a woman in here? Absolutely not. So let's say you don't have money, then you work in here. The Bible says that whosoever is free in the world is bond in the truth. Meaning you might be a brother, you don't have anything, you're poor, but you want to marry. You absolutely can marry. Then earn her dowry and work in this school. Now we'll have to factor in how good an officer are you? How good a trooper are you? Are you always at camp? You don't have a job. Well, I would expect you with no job to be constantly in this school, all the time waiting upon the door of that school. You're not in the class either. You might want to look elsewhere for a woman. I don't think you're up to it. So that's the dowry process. We set a number. Let me give you a number. I'm just picking one off the top of my head. $2,000, right? This woman, you know, great pain has went into her. We determined her value to be high based on an algorithm of future prospects that she might have. Let's say we say it's $2,000. This is the brother that wants to marry her. Now, the brother doesn't have $2,000, but the brother is earnest in the work of the Lord. He's such an excellent officer. So when we start decreasing that number, knocking that number down, maybe you can work it off instead. You'll do something else. All right, then we'll come to some agreement with who? Who's involved in this decision? Commanding General YAHANNA's representatives. In this case, it would be the captain over the general over your zone, the captain over your zone, and the camp leader. Those three people will all come together. Think about you, what you're doing in the work of the Lord, your financial status right now, her, what she's doing in the work of the Lord, her financial status in the future. And they'll come up with some number that will be the number. All right. And that's what you have to pay. Now, if you go around it just to sneak her into your hotel room at the Passover and you go to try to have sex with her, it will come out later, even though you're going to tell her, baby, I'll handle this. Don't tell anybody we had sex. Don't tell anybody. Just tell everyone that put single on your Facebook page. Do not change your status to married. And then, of course, she goes, why can't I change my status to married? We're married. You see, let me handle that. Didn't I tell you when I was in the car with you riding around that I was the man, and the man you have to obey? They're good with that one, sister. Here's what they're good with. I'm the man, and you know I'm a man. Did I mention I was a man? You have to obey me and do whatever I tell you to do because I'm a man. Watch for some brother that constantly is telling you he's a man. Look out for that. Okay, somebody that's, I'm a man. You know I'm a man. See, you don't think I'm a man. I'm a man. I'm a man. Look elsewhere for your sexual conquest, brother. Look not in here. So that's where the number come from. That's the dowry process in the school. If we find out you went around it, you'll be married to her, but your dowry is going to be tripled. You're going to owe the school money, which means you owe Commander General YAHANNA money, which means he's going to send me to get that money. Everyone understands. Is there anything else?
Wow, sir, that's all on that. Florida says it should be Tawab now.
Hey, Shalom.
Shalom, warrior.
Shalom. Yahabashimiyashabrakatah.
Yashabrakatah, what can I do for you?
What's going on, General?
First
off, estoy feliz de verte, General.
Estoy, you are happy to see me. You said, what's the last word?
Verte.
Verde?
Verte.
I'm sorry. Say it again.
Verte. It's spelled V-E-R-T-E, but it's pronounced
B-E, with a B sound in the beginning?
Con.
Verde, is that right?
Verte, con, sir.
Verde. Estoy feliz. Verde. Gracias. He just said he's happy to you're happy to see me. Is that correct?
Con, sir.
Water, gracias, warrior. What can I do for you?
Most High in Christ.
¿Cómo te puedo ayudar?
Most High in Christ. Salakia, General, I got a question on Matthew chapter 11, verse 20, 21, and 22. My question is, what does it mean when it says unbraid in verse 20 and verse 22? What does it mean when Christ said it shall be more tolerable for Tyre and Sidon?
Yeah, man. Whenever you're ready, please read.
Kana Waka. The book of Matthew, chapter 11 and verse 20. Then began he to unbraid the cities wherein most of his mighty works were done.
Is that word up? Is that word upbraid with a U-P? The term upbraid means to chastise.
Okay.
In essence, it's the metaphor is a beating, right? That's the metaphor. But he's doing it with words, so it's a chastising. He began to chastise these cities. You understand?
Sir.
Go ahead.
Because they repented not.
You get that, right?
Sir.
Go ahead.
Verse 21. Woe unto thee, Chorazin. Woe unto thee, Bethsaida. For if
those are cities. Those are cities that he went to, visited, and taught in those cities. But those cities still did not repent. And this is good for every Christian because remember, Christians believe that God loves you no matter what, and you don't have to change. God accepts your sin. All you have to do is confess the name of Jesus, and he will love you. But Jesus Christ did not accept their behavior. They should have repented. Repent from what? Repent from disobeying God's commandments. He went to their cities, brother, and after he taught them, he expected them to give up pork. They did not. He expected them to give up the worship of false gods. They did not. He expected them to give up Christmas and Easter, which has been around since this time. This time, people had Easter. They worshiped the goddess Estar, and her symbol is bunny rabbits and eggs. They kept celebrating Easter even after they were taught by Jesus Christ. And he began to chastise them for it because they should have repented. They should have changed. Now you understand why the Most High God sends the Israelite school of UPK to chastise Christians, because they have the Bible. It's in their hand, in their house. You're still eating pork. You're still celebrating these high holy days. That's why we chastise Christians out. You understand, warrior, right?
Sir.
Go ahead.
For if the mighty works which were done in you had been done in Tyre and Sidon, they would have repented long ago in sackcloth and ashes.
Tyre and Sidon was a famous city that was rich. Imagine it like the rich port cities of today. New York, rich port city. Baltimore, Long Beach, California. There are other port cities out in San Francisco where, because ships can come in from all across the world, these cities are rich. They're rich. Guess what? He didn't go to those cities and teach them. If he would have went to Tyre and Sidon, they would have repented. He went to this city. He came to your town, and you didn't repent. But he did not go to big, famous cities. And if they would have heard what you heard, they would not celebrate Easter. He wouldn't do it. God didn't send a prophet of God to them. He sent him to you, and you still didn't repent. That's the point. Anything else?
22, sir. But I say unto you, it shall be more tolerable for Tyre and Sidon at the day of judgment than for you.
Oh boy, but let me tell you something. When the day of judgment comes, when Jesus Christ returns, it is going to be better to be in a land that God prophesied destruction on than to be in that city where a prophet of God was sent and they still did not change. It'll be better. You understand? It's like when the Bible says it would have been better in Sodom and Gomorrah, meaning Sodom and Gomorrah was so wiped out and destroyed. But Sodom and Gomorrah would feel sorry for you if they see what's going to happen to you, because you had a chance to change. Never take it for granted when you've been given an opportunity to change. It is not something that is gotten easily out. There are so many people, your family members that died out, they never received the truth. They never got it. If you're watching these classes and coming to our Passovers and our high holy days and watching us online, you are receiving a gift, a regalo that most people never got. Now you're going to take this gift and do nothing. You're not going to stop. You're going to continue to be a homosexual. continue to celebrate Christmas and Easter and your birthday with all you've learned. Well, Sodom and Gomorrah is better off than you. Tyre and Zidon, a city who was destroyed by God, they're better off than you because something worse is going to happen to you than what happened to Tyre and Zidon, and they were destroyed. You understand, warrior?
Wakan, sir, the water, General.
No problem, Mark. Anything else? Ephraim.
Con. We have some more questions in the comments. Brother asks, if after his resurrection, Christ was not recognized because he had a new body, how did he still have the crucifixion scars that he showed Thomas?
Because he absolutely was not resurrected out of his old body. I just broke this down in whatever I was. That's why he showed the wounds to Thomas, the wounds in his side and the wounds in his wrist. And that's why he told Mary, don't touch me, for I have not yet ascended unto my Father. He was risen from the dead, but he was in the same body that he was killed in. Then he ascended unto his Father, and he came before the Lord as a what? He came before God's throne as a lamb slain, which means what? He had the wounds in his body, like a lamb who's been stabbed, Then he was changed. But when he went before God, give me that precept for the brother, please. When he went before the Lord, he went in that same body that Thomas saw, right? They couldn't recognize him, but he was in the same body. So you want to kind of think about death like stages, right? Remember, the Most High God made the body, so he understands death and the process of death and the process of resurrection. He understands it. Christ was a dead man that got up. He's standing up, walking around. When you see him, he's not the same person. You can't really tell who he is because he's changed, but he's in the same body. But you can't quite make out that it's him. Then he goes before God in that body that's been stabbed. Then he's exalted. Then he's glorified. Then when they see him again, come on, man, he's Christ. He's standing around. They don't know who the hell this cat is on the beach when the disciples saw him. They saw him later on. He was on the beach with them talking. They didn't know who the hell he was at all. But at this time, he was through the stage where he looked different, but his body was the same. Okay, the brother already pulled the one where the body had the wounds. So just give me the lamb slain.
Revelations 5:5.
That's what you need. Go ahead. Tell him where it is. You already did. You got it. Go ahead.
Come. And one of the elders saith unto me, weep not. Behold, the Lion of the tribe of Judah, the root of David, hath prevailed to open the book and to loose the 7 seals thereof. And I beheld, and lo, in the midst of the throne and of the 4 beasts, and in the midst of the elders, stood a lamb as it had been slain.
You see, so he's coming before God, not like a lamb, which would just be a walking around lamb. He's coming like a lamb that has been killed. And you can see that he's a lamb that has been killed, which means what? He has blood on him, wounds on him, stab wounds all over him. And he comes before God like that, in the same body that Thomas saw him in. Keep going.
Having 7 horns and 7 eyes.
Keep going. That's talking about the menorah. Keep going.
Which are the 7 spirits of God sent forth into all the earth.
Keep going.
And he came and took the book out of the right hand of him that sat upon the throne.
Keep going.
And when he had taken the book, the 4 beasts and 24 elders fell down before the Lamb.
Oh my goodness. Brother, so he's like a lamb slain. He comes with the 7 candlesticks behind him, representing the 7 schools, and he goes over to the Most High God and takes a book from him. And everything in heaven rejoices up. The beast around the throne, the 24 elders begin to scream out because victory was had that day. That day that he could come beaten and bruised and stabbed and walk over there and take that book, which includes the inheritance of the children of God, which their sin had prohibited them from receiving. But it did not prohibit him because he had no sin. And he could take it. And when he grabbed it up, everything roared. Everything in heaven roared. That's the day he was glorified. That's the day he was changed. Everyone understands.
Come on.
All right, next.
So from Captain DeBarmouth, sir, is 2 Timothy 2:20, a good precept for how camp leaders should serve the priests in his zones when it comes to seeing their gifts.
Please,
and
un copa otra vez, please. Gracias. I'm sorry. He wants to know if this is a good one for how camp leaders should serve the brothers in their zone. One more with this too, please. Gracias.
Sir, when it comes to seeing their gifts and helping them to use them for the glory of the Lord's house.
Let's hear it.
Sir, 2 Timothy 2 and verse 20. But in a great house, there are not only vessels of gold and silver, but also of wood and earth, and some to honor, some to dishonor.
No, that's not what this precept is about at all. This precept is not about how you use the brothers with their gifts, because it just said an important word, dishonor. You heard that, right? Right. You're not supposed to dishonor anyone in your zone at all, right? And that's not Paul's point here. You might need to read above it a taste so I could break it down.
Verse 17. And their word will eat as doth a canker, of whom is Hymenaeus and Philetus.
These are two brothers who are terrible brothers. They're horrible. Huh? They're biblically, historically horrible men, right? So you want to remember that when you go to try to understand this. These are two brothers who are in the school, but they are terrible. They're horrible at their job, horrible at dealing with other brothers. They don't. These are the brothers that kept I believe Paul's coat or something like that. They did some terrible garbage to Paul Lock, and he couldn't stand these two cats. Keep going.
Who concerning the truth have erred.
You read that again?
Who concerning the truth have erred.
They're in the school, but they're always making mistakes, and concerning the truth, they make mistakes. They're terrible with the doctrine, terrible at teaching it, and especially applying it to themselves. They're horrible at the truth. Continue.
Saying that the resurrection is past already.
What do they say?
Saying that the resurrection is past.
These cats are in the school.
Hmm.
And they're saying that, oh, Jesus already came back. Y'all didn't see? Y'all didn't know? Brothers in the school saying that the resurrection had already happened in the school, doing that. I've seen days like that. Most of you brothers have not, because you haven't been around before Commanding General YAHANNA was given control and command of the U.P.K. But I was around before he was in charge of the entire nation. And it was a ton of that. A ton of terrible, disgusting brothers that you endured. But you just endured them, and that's all. You just endured them and was there with them, like men like Tazadakia, who's dead now. So Lord be with him. He's gone. Lord help, he comes back and the Lord blesses him. But he was one of them, one of these types here. And there's been other types where they're in the truth. A lot of them right now are on Facebook and Instagram telling you, I used to be in the school. I used to be in the school. When? 1972. I was there. You were. Okay, I got you. You was there with Moses. It was you and Moses in the ship with the other sons. Oh, you was around a long time ago, but they touted online. Guess what? Those were horrible brothers in the school. Horrific men in the school. Why? Because they changed the doctrine. They go around and changing the doctrine, saying you can celebrate the past. Don't celebrate the Passover until the kingdom gets here. They say that. Why? And I used to be in the school, and I'm saying don't celebrate the Passover until the kingdom gets here. Saying you can only have one wife. Saying that, give me some other things that people say who used to be in the school. 1,000 ignorant, uncertified, unverified garbage. These were these two brothers, right? Lying about the doctrine, teaching something that ought not to be taught. Continue.
And overthrow the faith of some.
That's what they're going to do. Overthrow the faith of some. Because since they're in the school, someone will believe them. Because they're in the school. Because they're never going to say it in public. They're going to say it privately to you on the phone. No man should tell you what you can do with your wife. That's your wife. No man can tell you whether or not you can have a woman. Yes, they can. This one. This is the one that tells you. Let me help you to something. Only a man can tell you what to do with a woman. Right. It's in the Bible. Only a father can give permission to be with his daughter. That's it. That's how it works. Well, there'll be some brothers saying, you shouldn't have to listen to this. You should be able to do what you want to do. No man should be telling you this. No, you know what I hear all the time from some idiot who used to be in the school? They hate how we reverence Commanding General YAHANNA. They can't stand it up. And inevitably, I'll ask them this question, and it always cuts them to death because they never even thought of it. They ask about us putting his picture up on the wall. I know you've heard that before, right? How we put his picture up on things. We pray for him in the prayers. And I remember, I don't know when this was, but it happened, where someone asked me, who used to be in the school, why do you put Commander General YAHANNA's picture up? Or it was some stupid bitch in the council. Excuse my language, sweet babies. I'll pay for all these mistakes in a second. And they said, it was in some council, and this bitch said, the U.P.K, all y'all care about is Commanding General YAHANNA. Y'all always talking about him and putting his picture up. And so I asked the stupid bitch, I said, is your father's picture up in your house? And you should have just heard don't you have your father's picture in your phone? Is there a place on your mantle where your grandfather has a place of honor? His picture? Yes. Why can't we love the man who gave us the truth? You telling me you're allowed to put your grandfather's picture up, talk about him. You go over, you have a birthday for the man. Everybody comes in the same color t-shirt to reference this old man and to talk about him. And because he might die soon, so you're praying for him and you love him. We can't talk about our father, the brother who trained us up and taught us. He's just a man. But isn't your father just a man? He's a man too. But you can put his picture up. You see, I see the real thing is you don't want this family to have fathers. You're allowed to have a father that you can love. You're allowed to put his picture on the mantle and talk about him and have birthday parties for him at his 78th birthday party. But we can't talk about a brother who taught us. You don't want this house to have a father. And then, of course, I never said that, General. I never said that. I move on and just make sure she's never allowed to come in here again. Everyone understands that. That's what people do when they're not in the school anymore. They teach something that divides us. That means we can't have a father. We can't put our father's picture up on the wall like you can at your house. We can't look at a man and go, that's the brother here that started this and was around, and we love him because of what he did for us. You can, though, right? But we can't. You say Jesus Christ already came back. Why? So since the resurrection already happened, we don't have to be perfect, do we? We can sin now because Christ already came back. You say not to celebrate the Passover until the kingdom is here. Why? Because since the kingdom is not here, we don't have to all come together and be with each other and celebrate together so you can be the man at your family's Passover. That's what that is. I was talking to Zayak about it in the car. If you're some fake Israelite saying, don't come together for the Passover, you don't celebrate until Christ is back, ask them how they would celebrate it when Christ comes back. Right. You know what they would do? They would all come together upon Mount Zion, and they would all celebrate it together. But since Christ is not back, you know how they celebrate it now? With their wife, their kids, and who's the chief priest at that high holy day? The man. The man. That's why they want to do it at home. I know you broads don't understand, but I can tell you why I was shy. That's why they don't want to come to where we're having the Passover. They want to have it in their house where they are the chief priest. They're the man. My wife and my children, let us break Shabbat bread. Please, all of you take bread from, this is my body. This is my body, Shalom. They don't want to come somewhere where we're talking about Commanding General YAHANNA, talking about the generals, the captains over these zones. They don't want to do that because they can't be the man in here. They can only be the man at their table, at their house, at their Passover. Well, those type of men we've always had these type of men. Always. Keep going. Please, Levi.
Is that the leaven in them out of
Oh,
one?
that's where I was going next, Levi. I see you read my mind, which is a requirement. It's a requirement to mind read when it comes to me to be correct. And you've done it. Give him a hand. He did it. That was the topic tonight. He saw through it. We went over that earlier, Levi. You saw through it. All right, go ahead. Go ahead.
Nevertheless,
go ahead.
The foundation of God standeth sure.
There you go.
Having this seal.
Come on.
The Lord knoweth them that are his.
Oh, he know, even though there are some brothers that sneak their way into school for a time, for a little bit, this foundation is secure. This school is led by Commanding General YAHANNA, excellent generals, excellent captains. Don't worry. We're solid.
Damn right.
You might have an idiot here and there that abuses their power. We'll find him soon.
Mm-hmm.
That's why Commander General YAHANNA says, take him to council. You take him, I don't care what his rank is. You take him to council. That's the way we can weed out people who should not be here. Otherwise, we don't know what's happening in your little town somewhere because you don't take anyone to council. Take your captain to council, your camp leader to council, the general in charge of your zone. Take me to council. Do it. Through this process, what happens? We can find these type of people. But the foundation is solid. We're built on something strong. Keep going.
And let everyone that nameth the name of Christ depart from iniquity.
Oh, and if you're going to actually name the name of Christ, you better stop being wicked. You better stop. Keep going.
But in a great house, there are not only vessels of gold and of silver, but also of wood and of earth.
You understand? Now you get it. Meaning, not everything in this great house is going to be made of gold and silver. You're going to have some dirt in here too. Some wood in here. It happens. Keep going.
And some to honor.
Some you're going to dishonor. I mean, some you're going to honor, like because these brothers are excellent brothers. You'll honor these brothers. Go ahead.
And some to dishonor.
And some you're going to dishonor. Some brothers in the school you are going to chastise and lower them of their rank and kick them the hell out of here. You're going to dishonor them. We're here with a graveyard above our heads, right here in Harlem. These men, we are dishonoring them. You know that. That's why we have them. That's the point. The point is for you to look up every day and go, I don't want to be there. I don't want to be in that graveyard. We're dishonoring these people. They left the truth, laid down their sword, broke their oath. So now we dishonor them. Like in every great house. Everyone understands. All right, good to go next.
Did you want the scripture on 11?
Mm-hmm.
Because the next verse here says, if a man therefore purge himself from these.
Oh, yeah.
And then that flows perfectly.
That's what he's talking about. Go ahead.
Kind of 1 Corinthians 5:6. Your glorying is not good.
Your glorying is not good, meaning you are puffed up. Remember these terms I'm going to use, puffed up. You're glorying, you're proud. Keep going.
Know ye not that a little leaven leaveneth the whole lump?
A little leaven leavens the whole lump. For you brothers and sisters that might not understand, I'm going to have to explain the bread making process to you. You get some flour and some water, and you get something called yeast, or a long time ago, it was called leaven. The leaven in Spanish, levante. It means to rise, right? And all you need is a little bit, just a little, right? You got a big old lump of flour and water, and you put a little of this thing that's called leaven, which is really infected flour and water that's been infected with microorganisms, right? That's from things going rotten. Let it sit out, and you feed it and feed it and feed it with more flour and water, and it gets bacteria in it. That bacteria gives out gas. It breathes. You need the dough so that when it breathes, the dough can be strong enough to hold the gas in it. And that's how you have light, airy, wonderful, delicious bread. All right. A long time ago, back when we were leaving Egypt, we were packing so fast because our enemies' children had died in the night. They were dead. And our enemies were so angry about it that they were going to kick us out of Egypt in the morning because their children were dead, and they knew that our God had did the work. They knew it. So because we knew we had to leave fast, we packed away our kneading trowels. A kneading trowel was a table that women had to be able to knead dough on. It was like had a curve on it. There's a thing that Issacharites have today where you can knead dough like this. It goes up, and it's made to knead dough. Women had packed their kneading troughs away because they had to pack to leave in the morning. So when they made their bread with flour and water, they did not knead it. So the dough was not strong to hold the gas. They just packed it away and left. And they made their bread, which was made every day. And when you think about the Feast of Unleavened Bread, you kind of have to remember a time when we had a mono diet. Food back then was bread. Do you understand? Food was not chicken, fish, meat. That wasn't food. You didn't get fish unless you lived next to the beach. There was no fish in the mainland. How in the hell could fish get there? You ate fish if you were standing right there in a fishing village in Galilee. Then you had fish. You didn't get fish if you were in Jerusalem. You might have got some type of salted cod, which was the oldest fish to make its way all the way into mainland, because cod is something you could salt. What is it called in Spanish? Bacalao? Bacalao. And bacalao, you could get that thousands of years ago. But you couldn't get every fish. It was bacalao, and that was that. So I'm talking of dinner was this. This was breakfast, bread and whatever. Lunch, bread and whatever. Dinner, bread and whatever. Snack, bread and whatever. As a matter of fact, eating was called breaking bread because bread was it. That was all that food was. People would get some disease called scurvy, which came from only having a mono diet, from having no vegetables in the winter. Vegetables in the winter? Hell no, you didn't get vegetables in the winter. You didn't get oranges. You didn't get that. You didn't get vitamin C and vitamin A. You ate bread and whatever the hell else you could. Bread and sop. You know what sop is? Some clean animal you could boil and get a little something to dip your bread in. And that was that. So think about that when we think about the Feast of Unleavened Bread. We packed away our trowels. We had to leave. We're gone. So then when it was time to eat, all we had is this bread that could not rise because it had not been kneaded. It had not been worked to develop structure so that the gases could make it light. And that is all we had. Remember that feeling. That's it. That humility benefited us. That's something the Lord does not want us to forget. That there was a time when this is all. Where's it? Give me some unleavened bread. This is all we had. And we're eating it, brother, and that's it. There's nothing else. Give me the flesh pots in Egypt, if I could. We're out in Egypt, brother, and we're just doing this shit here over there. Good Lord. This is it. I appreciate it. We have to have some of this every night. Gracias. Every day. Breakfast, lunch, dinner, every day. That's it. We just ate. How was dinner? The same as it was yesterday. The day before. You know what we said? You had a precept for me? Flesh pots is what you need. They ate this bread so much up. They said, I would that we would have died than rather go back to Egypt. They ate this so much up, they couldn't take it anymore. It drove them out of their damn minds. Eating this every day. They said, would that we would have died in Egypt where we had the flesh pots. You know what a flesh pot is? It's the first restaurant. A big giant pot out on the street with fire under it. Oh, there's good lamb in there. If you're in Egypt, a little buffalo, a little hippo in there too. Some hippo, some alligator. But it wasn't just bread. You get my point? Oh, they had the flesh pots. They had the leeks, onions. What do we have? It's right here. Every day, only thing. You have it yet for me? Wait, read it, please. Tell them where you are.
Exodus 16:3. And the children of Israel said unto them, would to God we had died by the hand of the Lord.
Kill me now. You don't know this yet, but give it 3 days. I think it's happening now with some of you. Who is it hurting right now? Raise your hand. Levi, tell it. Levi, the only one with enough courage. Levi, tell him already you sick of this shit.
So I guess right. There's no black rice tonight.
No black rice. Brother, round about the 4th day. This in here is going to get to be a bit much. Okay? That's the point. Don't ever forget that. That's humility, young man. We had nothing but this, and you better thank God for it. Like they should have. Because they did not thank God for only having that flat, hard bread out. You've heard of the term day-old bread? That term means this bread is past eating. It's day-old. Bread is only good for a day. That's it. The risen bread is only good for a day back then. The bread you eat now has all kinds of chemicals in it. But back then, that bread was good for one day, and you made it again. You made it every day. They said, would to God. Read that again.
Would to God we had died by the hand of the Lord in the land of Egypt.
I would have rather died in Egypt than to have nothing but this flat, unleavened bread. Keep going.
When we sat by the flesh pots.
Oh, we would sit there outside of the restaurants, getting all that good meat and eating all kinds of things, eating all the flesh pots, big boiling pots of meat. Keep going.
And when we did eat bread to the full.
Oh, did we have the bread in Egypt was good. Good, light, airy, delicious bread. Keep going.
No problem. For ye have brought us forth into this wilderness.
You brought us here in this desolate place, in this wilderness. Go ahead.
To kill this whole assembly with hunger.
To kill us all with hunger. There's another part with leeks. They talk about the leeks, the onions in that flesh pot. They were out there missing the variety of food in slavery. Slaves, of course, eat from the master throughout it. Numbers 11 and 5. But now here, you know what free men eat? Whatever they can. That's what they eat. Whatever we got. And this is what we have. Unleavened bread. You got it?
Come on.
Go ahead.
Numbers 11 and 5. We remember the fish.
Say that again.
We remember the fish.
Say it again.
We remember the
when
fish.
We had that bacalao, brother. Oh my God. Is that the name? Say it again.
We remember the fish.
What's the fish again? Bacalao. Oh, we had bacalao in Egypt, brother. It was delicious. With the fritter. What's that fritter Ephraimites make? With the say again. Bacalaito. Ooh, give her a hand. That made me hungry just now. Her saying it made me hungry. Bacalaito. Oh, that's good. That's good eating, brothers. All right. They had that. Keep going.
Which we did eat in Egypt freely.
Ate all we wanted. Keep going.
The cucumbers.
Oh my goodness. Fresh vegetables. You think there was fresh vegetables in that desert? There was freedom in that desert from oppression. But there was not freedom of eating whatever you wanted. You see, that's the cost that a free man must pay. They paid it. And it damn near killed them. Keep going.
And the melons.
Oh, my goodness. Melons of all kinds. The cantaloupe, the honeydew, the watermelon. Oh, they had it all. Keep going.
And the leeks.
The leek is like a giant green onion. That's delicious. Keep going.
And the garlic.
The garlic. Keep going.
But now our soul is dried away.
You know what we have now? Flat, unleavened bread. That's it. I'd rather be dead. I wish you would have killed us in slavery than to be out here a free people with no oppressor, but also know the desires of my lust are not being satisfied. You cannot be free because you smoke. You smokers out there, don't ever think that you actually could handle freedom. There'll be no nicotine in the wilderness. Be no Newports and Salem cigarettes. When Christ, how in the hell will you make it? You can't make it. You need to smoke. Which means you can never make it. You brothers who are lustful, you always need to be satisfied. You're not going to make it. Maybe you'll die here in America. Maybe you'll die in Great Britain. That would be better for you than to go through what a free man has to go through. A free man sometimes has to eat nothing but unleavened bread because that's all he has. Everyone understands. Go back to your precept now. So now remember that concept, right? And then you'll see concept throughout the New Testament. You got it.
1 Corinthians 5 and 6. Your glorying is not good. Know ye not that a little leaven leaveneth the whole lump?
A little bit of leaven, a little bit of yeast, a little bit of sourdough starter makes the whole lump rise. All you need is a little bit. That's it. Keep going.
Purge out, therefore, the old leaven.
Get rid of the old leaven. This is Jesus Christ. This is Jesus Christ or Paul?
This is Paul.
This is Paul when they were celebrating the Passover, which means what, brothers and sisters? They celebrated this before Jesus Christ came back because Jesus Christ had not come back right here, fake Israelites. Paul is celebrating the Feast of Unleavened Bread. And he's saying to keep the feast, but not with the old leaven. What is leaven in this metaphor? What is the thing that puffs you up? Pride. You got to break your pride to eat that flat bread for 7 days without fail. You're not getting whatever you want. Not this week. You're not satisfying yourself completely. Not this week. This week, you're going to eat what we have. Why? To break your pride, your lust, your self-indulgence. This week, you'll eat what we have to eat and shut your mouth about it. That's what you'll do this week. Why? Because why keep this feast with that little bit of leaven that puffs you up, makes you think that you're something great when you are nothing. You are absolutely nothing. You are a man or a woman that is living by the grace of God and nothing else. You've earned nothing. You've done nothing that deserves to be some effing king, which is why that Umar Johnson is so stupid. If he is stupid, Tazaria, good for water. Because, why? Because he calls every woman a queen. A queen for being doing and what? You should have to earn it, shouldn't you? Everybody's a king. We all kings. Okay, we all kings. For what? Where is our nobility with all of this royalty? Everybody's a king and a queen with what? Getting high and having sex with everybody on Instagram? We're all kings and queens. Where is there the effort, the pursuit of nobility, as opposed to just being granted it every day? No, you should have to do something. You should purge yourself of being entitled to everything, of thinking everything is owed to you, of thinking you should have everything. It is so important that we practice it every year. Every year we practice it. Every year we eat this bread that we cannot stand, that we're sick of, and yet we will do it nonetheless. Keep going.
For even Christ's Passover is sacrificed for us.
You see, they celebrated the Passover back during the time of Paul. There was no, Christ wasn't back. They still did it. Don't you understand? There's a lesson to be learned from these high holy days, and you can't wait for the kingdom to learn them. You'll never make the kingdom if you don't learn them now. You have to learn them now. You have to build a kingdom now before Christ comes back, or else you don't get a kingdom when he comes back. There is a lesson to be learned from the Passover. There is a lesson to be learned from the Feast of Unleavened Bread. In particular, for the Feast of Unleavened Bread, humility. Humility, long-suffering, discipline. You need it. You can't wait till Christ comes back to learn it then. Anything else?
Come on, sir. Therefore, let us keep the feast.
Let us do what?
Let us keep the feast.
Did they read these right here? Guess not. I guess, they don't read this one. Yeah, right above there. Yeah, you got to keep it. You're going to have to go ahead and do it. And I'm not talking about your private, personal Passover with you and that idiot that you're married to and them brats, mocoso. What does that mean? Is that brat? What's brat in Espanol? What does mocoso mean? You know, what would you call a brat? Rato? Brato. Brato. With those stupid brats that you have around that house, that call you rabbi. That's what they call them, Tazaya. Rabbi, should we have the past Shabbat service? Talking to your damn, this nigga in the house with you every day. All right, keep going. Go ahead.
Not with old leaven.
Not with the what leaven?
With old leaven.
Not with the old leaven. What's the old leaven? That old pride you've always had. Made you think you were something when you're nothing. Get rid of it. Throw it away. So you can actually have the humility and the discipline to be something. Keep going.
Neither with the leaven of malice and wickedness.
Neither with the leaven, the pride of malice and wickedness. That puffs you up. Makes you think you're something because you got you have so much hate for your brothers and sisters. Why? Because you think you're better than them. So you hate them so much. That puffs you up too, to look at someone else as if they're evil. And so you can forget how evil. Now you get more and more puffed up, more and more proud. Keep going.
But with the unleavened bread of sincerity and truth.
But the unleavened bread, discipline, not puffed up, but sincere and honest, noble. Let's give the girls some money. They got to get up out of here. How many do we have over here? They've sat in class as beautiful, dignified young sisters in the school, very honorable and noble. Give them a hand. What's your name, sis? Come on up and get some cash. I saw you sitting over there, and you were very honorable, very beautiful, and very intelligent. Good job. You take, oh, here's another one. Here's she up here as well. Very honorable and beautiful and intelligent. You sat there so nice and quiet and dignified. Well done. Good job. Good job. Go ahead. You got it.
Kind of, sir. And also speaking of light, airy, delicious bread,
all right.
Comments are asking.
Oh, please.
We heard that your sourdough.
Did you hear about that?
I heard about it.
Go give him a hand. I make a little bread every now and again. Not that I make a big deal about it or nothing. You know, maybe I make a loaf of bread or something sometime. All right. I have to do it now. I have to fight my adversaries to do it. But I got it done. But now that's put away. I took that. I took my sourdough starter, put it out of the house, put it away. And my ribs, they strict about getting rid of that leaven out of the house. I went there. There's no baking soda in the refrigerator, nothing. They clean that place totally classic. God damn. There's nothing in here. They know what they're doing. If you have a sourdough starter, it's damn near like a pet. You got to feed every day, every 3 days. You refrigerate it so you can slow down the feeding process. During Feast of Unleavened Bread, that has to get out of your house. Yeast out of your house. Baking powder out of your house. Baking soda out of your house. Everything has to be gone. You can put it in your car, put it in some basement, put it out of reach for your use, which is what the Bible dictates, so no one will think that you are sneaking some leaven in your bread because you're sick of eating flat, hard bread. So you put it away. That's what you're doing till what date? What's the date?
Sunday.
Until Sunday sundown. Correct, Pratazar? Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
Salakia, sir. If I may, I found out that you know, the small hats, how they get leaven out of their bread. I mean, leaven out of their house. What they do is they make a power of attorney and sign it to, you know, a person who's not Jewish, but the leaven is still in their house. So they say that I don't, you know what I'm saying, I don't own this in my cabinet. So when the Passover is over, the person that they sold it to sell it back. That's how they get 11 everything house.
That is amazing, and I know it's true. Give him a hand, brother, because that is how they do everything. When they're not supposed to do any work on the Sabbath, they let a West Indian or a Haitian maid do the work that they don't want to do on the Sabbath. That is how they do everything. They are full of pride. They are puffed up. Anything else, Ephraim?
That's all on that. Got a few more questions in the comments. A brother asked, why do Trooper Ashnasa Salaki, sir, why do Christians refer to the Bible when trying to defend the eating of anything?
Well, because some preacher has misunderstood and passed on that misunderstanding to them in the Bible. They use a precept. They usually use the one where Peter had the sheep coming down, the vision with all the animals, unclean animals. They pick some precept out that the preacher doesn't understand, and he passes on the misunderstanding. He's ignorant, and he passes on ignorance. Behold, they be blind leaders of the blind. That's why it happens. They don't understand. But they're going to find us on street corners and on the internet, and we're going to crush their pastor and belittle him and embarrass their man of God. Then they will find out who he actually is. You'll never know what a man of God is until we challenge him. And we're here to be challenged, Zach, and to challenge. You'll see them. That's all. Is there anything else?
So they clowned in the comments. The sister said, I wonder if drug dealers do the same thing when they get pulled over. It's in my car, but it belongs to my
That sounds right. That's my cousin's gun. That sounds about right. Anything else?
Con says a few more questions.
Okay, go ahead.
Brother asks, Shalom, Lord Christ, sir, can I get a general breakdown on Romans 7:19? The wording is jamming me up.
No problem. You got it.
Romans chapter 7 and verse 19. For the good that I would, I do not. But the evil which I would not, that I do.
I hear that. Well, this is Paul speaking about his struggle and his fight to do what's right. He fought it out. He fought the battle that you don't even try to fight. That's what he does. And so he's explaining it. Give me one verse above it.
Verse 18. For I know that in me, that is in my flesh, dwelleth no good thing.
Paul knows that in me, that is, meaning he wants to explain what he means by in me. What he means is in my flesh. Because, of course, all of us have a spirit that wants to obey God. But in our flesh, we have lust and demons that want to satisfy your body. He understands that. He's explaining it right now, his struggle, so you can understand yours. That's if you decide to struggle. Continue.
For to will is present with me.
For to will, what does it mean to will? To want. The term will is Old English for want. If you have a will, you're saying, I want my son to get my house. I want my wife to get this money. Your will is what you want. In me, I have the desire. I want to do it. Go ahead.
But how to perform that which is good, I find not.
But boy, how to do the thing I want, I can't find it. There was something that Paul was doing that he was fighting every day. The desire was always there. I can give you some excellent examples. Alcoholism. Alcoholism is a perfect way to understand not doing a thing, but to not do it, it takes everything you have. Alcoholism is perfect. Drug addiction, perfect. Cigarette addiction, perfect. Sexual perversion that you don't do. God damn it, you're sick fighting the desire not to do it, right? You might want to have sex with white women or prostitutes. And damn near most of you, not most of you, but some of you, your whole idea of sex is with whores. You almost cannot perform sexually unless it's with a prostitute. I'll give you another one, Joe Button. Unless I shouldn't, Tazariak. Joe Button is great in everything. He's a wonderful man. But let me tell you about some other people. There's some other, go ahead.
If I may add one, I was listening to a clip that Captain Tazariak posted earlier.
Go ahead.
It was this brother, he went to prison, but before he went to prison, he had these two women that he was with, both of them. And they did all manner of evil sexual deviancy together.
Yeah.
Now he learned about the truth in prison. He's listening to Captain Tazoriak, and he had counsel from Captain Tazoriak. Now he's out of prison and fighting the lust to do what he used to do with his woman, and he stopped.
That's the perfect
and
example.
lo and behold, I believe the sisters stop as well. And he got the sisters to stop.
That's God's work. That's exactly what I was attempting to refer to. There'll be some way that you've been doing it so long. You don't want to do this. You don't want the desire. But it is an everyday getting up in the morning fight not to do it. Paul was sick of that fight, tired of it. But that is so many of us who have to have that fight. Paul was fighting that. He was doing that every day. Alcoholism, addiction, that's the best way to understand it. Where it's not like, I don't want to drink anymore. That's not happening. You want to drink every day. You want to snort cocaine every day. You want to smoke crack every day. You want to smoke a cigarette every day. But you don't. But my God, you wish the desire would leave. Why? I want to do the righteous thing. But God damn it, this is vexing me day and night. That's struggling with addiction. That's the best way for you to understand what Paul was going through. The Bible doesn't say what this thing was. It could have been a myriad of things. Let me give you one example. Paul was very judgmental. That's why he did not want Barnabas to bring his cousin to work with him, because his cousin was always someone who was not dependable. And he did not want to bring his cousin with him to travel. But Barnabas said we should bring him. Barnabas was the same brother who accepted Paul when he was a Pharisee, when no one else wanted to accept Paul. But Barnabas said, we'll accept him. Barnabas was kind, but Paul had a streak in him that was rigid and was not accepting of people's failings. That could have been it. That's in the Bible, where he did not want his cousin to come. And Barnabas took that cousin and went to do the work with that cousin without Paul. Then later on, Paul met back up with them and they began to work together again. That could have been the thing, a lack of mercy, a lack of being able to have mercy on people's failings. And Paul could have been fighting every day to try to allow people's failings, to try to have more mercy, but he just couldn't, and it was just hard as hell. That's one. I'm giving you an example of what it could be, because that is in the Bible, that he was like that. Continue.
I find then a law that when I would do good, evil is present with me.
I find then a law that when I do good, evil is still there. That's addiction. I'm not smoking, but the desire to smoke is there. I'm not doing coke, but the desire to do coke is there. I'm not drinking, but the desire to drink is there. Continue.
So I can start skipping a couple.
Please.
Verse 19. The good that I would, I do not.
The good thing that I want to do, I'm not doing. I would love to be someone that doesn't want a drink. Just like, no, I'm fine. Or to have a drink like normal people, right? The way a normal person can just have a drink and that's that. I wish I didn't have to drink every second of every day and then drive as soon as I do it. I wish I could just be normal, but I can't. Keep going.
But the evil that I do.
The evil that I don't want to do, that's what I'm doing. The evil. Some Christian, I believe, told me, not tell me, of course, I don't talk to people, but told somebody that told me that they said that Paul's affliction was like his leg was hurting or something. Does that sound familiar? Like he had a bum hip? I don't know. It's not true because he just said the evil right there, right? So this is not a physical affliction. This is something spiritual that he wants to get rid of. Brother, it's hard. Continue.
Now, if I do that, I would not.
Now, if I do the thing that I don't want to do, go ahead.
It is no more I that do it.
It ain't me that's doing it. Brother, if you want a test that fails in every council I've ever been in, ask someone, why did they do it? If they say, I don't know, then who did do it then? You understand? You want to do this in your private life. Well, you had sex with that girl. You called that girl. You told that lie. Why did you do that? I don't know. Okay. Did you go in the kitchen and get a soda out the refrigerator? Yes. Why did you do it? I was thirsty. Did you go and cook some fish? Yes. Why'd you do it? I wanted to eat fish. Did you go to the bathroom half an hour ago? Yeah. Why? Because I had to go to the bathroom. Then why did you tell this lie? Why did you take that? I don't know why I did it. Then someone else did it. It's a test. You have to know why you did anything that you did. And if you ever have said, I don't know why I did that, then you did not do it. Someone else did it. Satan did it. Because you don't even know why you did that. You don't know why you said that. Why'd you say something like that? I don't know. Why'd you go do that? I don't know. Then who did it then? Everyone understands. Mm-hmm. I know you don't, but you will later on when you say, I don't know why I did that. Levi.
Salakia, sir, the latter part of verse 19, where it says, but the evil which I will not that do. I know it's not saying that he did the evil. Can you break that part down, sir?
It's absolutely saying the thing that he doesn't want to do, he does. That's what it's saying. It doesn't say what this thing is. So I cannot hypothesize about the Bible. Then I would be presumptuous. And the Bible says that a prophet of God cannot be presumptuous. I cannot assume what it is. You understand? But there's something he's struggling with. It's saying it right here. The thing I don't want to do, I do. Now, there's a precept and multiple precepts about his lack of mercy. That's in the Bible. But I can't say that's that, and neither should you. It does not say what he's struggling with, but it says this, and here it is right here. It could be 1,000 things that he should. Mercy is something he should be doing. He's in charge. He should be doing that. If you need me to another day, I'll go through the thing with him and Barnabas and why they separated for a time, because that's in the Bible. But I am not saying that that is that, because the Bible does not say what that thing is. You understand? Keep going. Go ahead. Please, you got
verse 20. Now, if I do that, I will not. It is no more I that do it, but sin that dwelleth in me.
This is the fight. This is, drinking. What if it was drinking? What if he was someone that could not drink? But boy, every year for 6 months, he have a drink. And then he wake up in a fight. He wake up, he done did something, and got in a bar fight back in the day, or a saloon fight, or a tavern fight, they would have called them back then. And he go, God damn it, I know I shouldn't have drank. That's addiction. Alcoholics, brother, I don't know if you heard about this, but they relapse. It's part of the whole thing. This is my 15-day recovery pen. This is my 1-day recovery pen. This is my 25-day recovery pen. This is my 1-day recovery pen. It's something that happens. You understand? It happens sometime when you're trying to get off of drinking. Could have been drinking. Could have been something like that that he didn't do. When shit could go years with not doing it. But then, God damn it, he went and had a drink. And then now somebody's getting punched in the mouth. I'm guessing, but I'm not telling you what it is because I do not know, because it is not in the Bible. You understand? Go ahead.
Verse 21. I find then a law that when I would do good, evil is present with me.
When I want to do what's right, evil is present. Evil is still here trying to get me to not do what's right. Go ahead.
Verse 22. For I delight in the law of God.
I love the law of God. What does the law of God say about drinking? You are not allowed to be an alcoholic. It is in the law. This could be that he was an alcoholic, because the law absolutely forbids alcoholism. There have been many prophets of God that have been alcoholics. Noah being one, was an absolute stinking drunk. So much so that when he was building that ark, people thought it was just another stupid thing that Noah was doing. His sons had to walk in backwards because he got drunk and naked. He was a drunk, but you had better never disrespect a drunk, because God was using him. Maybe Paul was a drunk. Maybe he was an alcoholic. I don't know what he was because it's not in the Bible. But being an alcoholic is absolutely unlawful. You understand? Keep going.
For I delight in the law of God after the inward man.
I delight in the law of God after the inward man. What's your inward man? Your being, your soul doesn't want to be a drunk. Who you are. You don't want to be like this. But your father was, your grandfather was. And you're not most of the time, but then, God damn it, you got so depressed on that damn ark that before you know it, you went and had a drink. Now you're drunk. Now you didn't had a drink and now you're drunk. What's that cat that had Moab and Ammon, their father?
Lot.
That's Lot. Lot was another one. Lot drunk out of his mind, but God went in there and got that man out of Sodom and Gomorrah. And he was a drunk. Got so drunk that his daughters got on top of him and had sex. He didn't know anything about it at all. He thought it was his wife who died. He was miserable and, like drunks are, sad over loss, losing his wife. Had sex with his daughters, didn't know it even happened. There's been many men of God, brother, great men, greater than me, and they were drunks. Paul could have been another one. I don't know. Keep going.
Verse 23. For I see another law in my members, warring against the law of my mind.
There's the law in my mind, then there's the law of my body. These two fight each other. Fight each other. Go ahead.
And bringing me into captivity to the law of sin.
And this law, this fight brings me into bondage, slavery unto the law of sin. What's the law of sin? A drunk has to be beat. A drunk has to be punished. A drunk has to hurt for being a drunk. So now the law against being an alcoholic applies to me. Now I get punished because I'm an alcoholic. Now I hurt because of my sin of being an alcoholic. I'm using that as an example. Keep going.
The law of sin, which is in my members.
Which my members, meaning my body, my fingers, my toes, my nose, my eyes, my mouth. Keep going.
24. Oh, wretched man that I am.
Read that again.
Oh, wretched man that I am.
See, this is so much like an alcoholic. It's like, this is how they even talk. If you've met some and talked to some, they hate themselves. They hate doing this. I gotta stop this. That's them. Oh, wretched man that I am. Why can't I stop this? They hate being who they are. Keep going.
Who shall deliver me from the body of this death?
Who is going to deliver me from the body of this death? Oh, how am I going to get out of this? I need help. I've got to get some help. That's alcoholic talk. That's how they talk. Who will deliver me? I need some help. I got to get some help. I got to find somewhere to go to get some help. I got to do it. That's how they talk. Go ahead.
25, last verse. I thank God through Jesus Christ, our Lord. So then, with the mind, I myself serve the law of God.
I thank the Lord for Christ, because Christ gives us grace, a period of time to get rid of this filth in me. He'll help me with it. I'll get up every day and I'll fight. I'll get up every day. I'll open my eyes and fight this thing. And thank the Lord that Christ has given me the time to do it. He's not back yet. Judgment day is not yet. Maybe I'll have another day. Maybe I'll have one more day to fight this alcoholism, this drug addiction, this cigarette addiction. Maybe with a little time, I could get rid of it. Keep going.
But with the flesh, the law of sin.
Get that. Keep going.
That was the last verse.
All right. Ephraim, you're up. Let me know what you want me to do.
And
also, before I forget, those kids earlier, I forgot to give them extra money for all my profanity. So I'm gonna leave this here. Put it right here. Whenever you see them again, Desire, just tighten them up nice and tight. All right. I don't need this for 3 months. 3 months, I'll be coming to get this again. Ooh, to make it fat and thick with dollars. For what cookout? Atlanta, Georgia. Give Atlanta a hand. Atlanta, Georgia. I'll leave this here for a few months, Desire. I'll leave my envelope here, all right? You see the kids, just tighten them up nice and tight, especially those, because of all of my language I should not have used tonight. You know, you get the point. All right. But remind me to get it before Atlanta so I can fill it up once again to give it to the children. All right. Everybody understands. All right. Go ahead, Ephraim.
So I was thinking a couple more quick questions, and one of them flows